Howdy everybody, today we're going to be looking at the Lake Naomi Club in the Poconos in Pennsylvania. So it is located in Pennsylvania, in northeast Pennsylvania, in the region known as the Poconos. It's about an hour and a half west of New York City, 2 hours north of Philadelphia, and about 30 minutes south of Scranton. Zooming into more of its local area, some of its local amenities is Camelback Mountain Resort, Kalahari Indoor Water Park, Mount Airy Casino Resort. There's a municipal airport, and a lot of state game lands. Zooming more in on the club, the big lake, Lake Naomi, is here. The housing for the club goes all around here. And for a club involved in it, the Timber Trails Golf Club, which is involved in the Lake Poconos Club, it's more of an exclusive club within Lake Naomi, is also involved with it. So Lake Naomi is, the slogan is, a place where family fun is priority number one. The major amenities is the lake life with a 277-acre lake and 4 other lakes, 3 dining facilities, a massive 56,000 square foot community center, 3 pools, over 20 courts, indoor and outdoor, a 9-hole golf course with practice facilities, and children programs and the general membership benefits. Let's start off with the lake life. So as I mentioned before, there are 5 lakes total, the large lakes and 4 other small lakes. So these lakes, especially the large lake, which is 277 acres, called Lake Naomi, is a only small motor. It's a non-motorized lake, which means you can have battery-powered boats and no gasoline boats. So the main thing is about the lakes and beaches, the sailing and the fishing. So with the lakes and beaches, there's Lake Naomi, which is the biggest lake. It's non-motorized, 277 acres, which is this lake right here. Then there's the Tall Timber Lake, which is the second biggest lake, which has the same rules, which is right here. After that, there's the Deer Trail Lake, which is a little bit removed. It's down here in this area. You take the Deer Trail Road to get there. There's the Judge's Pond, which looks like it's attached, but it's actually separated, which is right here. Zoom out, it's right here. The last one is the Trout Pond. It's also kind of far removed on the border. It's right here. And to clarify, the property cuts off here. This is something else. The property is all around here. It also cuts off at this road. Sailing is also a large part of Lake Naomi, where they have programs to teach people how to sail, no matter the age. There's private lessons and there's clubs. fill with lakes, the last thing would be the fishing. There's a lot of fishing. It's a culture thing. It's Pennsylvania fishing community is huge, and they have it for all ages. And there's different types, fly fishing and regular fishing. So there's 3 dining restaurants, as we talked about before. The first is in the Lake Naomi Clubhouse. Where you can go and get more of a traditional country club type of vibe and meal, with dinners and brunches and an occasional lunch. The Timber Trails Clubhouse, the Lake Naomi Clubhouse, is located here on the beach. The Timber Trails Clubhouse is more of a golf clubhouse. It has a similar vibe to the Lake Naomi Clubhouse, except it's in a different part. So the Lake Naomi Clubhouse is here. Timber Trails Clubhouse is over here. And it's more of a golf restaurant. However, you don't have to have golf to go. Lastly, along a bunch of the beaches and pools that we'll get to soon, there's a lot of cafes. That are all grouped into one. There's a 56,000 square foot community center, and just to put that on the map, the community center, for zooming out, looking at the big picture, is right over here. You have a massive building with a huge property, with fields, indoor and outdoor, and things we'll get to here. There's a large fitness center. It's a very large fitness center for a club, an indoor studio room, a multi-purpose room with basketball and courts, tennis, pickleball, activity rooms, a club type of room, an outdoor covered pavilion. There's an outdoor baseball court. There's an outdoor volleyball court, an outdoor tennis court. If we look here, we can see the baseball. We can see volleyball, we can see basketball, we can see tennis. There's playgrounds, there's trails, there's an archery range, there's a community garden, which is down here. And there's also a dog park, because this is an outdoor community, so there's going to be dogs. So there's 3 pools. The first pool is the Lake Naomi pool. This is a very nice pool, which if we're going on a map, the Lake Naomi pool is over here. It's large, it sits on the lake, and there's also a club near the pool with multiple slides and diving boards. The Timber Trails pool Timber Trails community, and it's right here. It's not as big, but it's more nonchalant. And the community center pool. Is in the community center. It's an indoor pool with laps and children's areas. And there's a jacuzzi and a sauna and a steam room are also available in the aquatic space. And there's an aquatics department that has different types of events and training for young people and older people in the middle. So the next thing is the courts. There's over 20 courts, all spaced throughout. There's for tennis, there's a hard court, there's some indoor courts, there's some courts that are left open. So the Lake Naomi has a big tennis center, which is going to be over here, with tennis courts and then other courts that are some covered by trees, and there's a parking lot. There's a Timber Trails Tennis Center, which is over here. And pickleball is now becoming a thing. So they currently have indoor courts for pickleball and outdoor courts, and I'd imagine there's going to be more soon. Golf, you wouldn't have a good community without some golf. It's a 9-hole golf course. It's not that big, and to show you on a map, it's right here. It's very clearly not 18, only 9. There is something, however, unique about this 9-hole golf course. There is an aquatic driving range. Where you actually hit the balls, and when most shots, you're not going to be perfect and land it on the small green. It goes in the water. It saves space and it looks nice. And there's a lot of golf programs. There's a pro shop and everything to help you get better at golf. And as I mentioned earlier, there's programs for all ages. They have summer activities for kids that are going to stay there over the summer, which is a huge part of it. Like we said earlier, they want family to be the first priority. And in terms of membership, when you first become a member, there's an application fee and an initial capital projects contribution, which is basically a buy-in, which totals out to $10,000. And then the member dues for a family are just about $5,000. And note, this is for 2023, so it is recently accurate, assuming you're watching this in 2023. There are different categories, however, most people would be moving in with a family. There are guests allowed, which is a big deal. You're going to want to bring your guests. However, you do have to be with your guests for the most part. That's all. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions or comments or concerns, I'd be more than happy to answer them in the comments. Thank you.